Welcome to another edition of the Gold Nose Podcast. I am your host, Gregory McCoy. This podcast is by a fan for fans. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I am not a insider. I do not work for a website. The majority of my content comes from me, in my opinion. Other information comes from the internet. Tremendous win. Total domination. I thought Miami would come out and play a spirited game. But this is a different kind of Miami team. Just when Miami has been down in the past, when they've played against Florida State, they've always managed to play, a competitive game. This game wasn't even really competitive. And, of course I want Florida State to beat Miami, but if you're trying to put a blockade around Florida and specifically South Florida in terms of recruiting, you need a good Miami team. And this is not a good Miami team. The head coach there, I forget his name for the Hurricanes, but he has a reputation as a good recruiter. Well, that's going to be put to the test, man, because, you have a lot of schools that have their foot in South Florida around the country. So it is what it is with that. But a tremendous win for Florida State. When we embarked on this 5-game stretch, I thought it was kind of a hopeful, wishful thing to try to finish out 5-0. It's doable. I think the Florida Gators are going to be a tougher out than some people think. Some of the experts think, but they beat Jimbo today, and I know a large part of this fan base want to see Jimbo burn out in Texas A&M. I really don't have nothing against Jimbo. All he wanted was for Florida State to put up more money to be competitive. I don't think he wanted to leave Florida State. I think he had a vision for Florida State, and just the boosters and the administration didn't agree with his vision for Florida State. And he went to Texas A&M. He got everything he wanted, and, it hasn't worked out. So Florida beats Texas A&M. I think, that last game of the season, that's going to be a very tough game. Syracuse is a fraud. So, but we go up there and play them, so anything can happen. Louisiana is an average team. But again, I don't, Florida State has played 2 very bad football teams, and they've dominated. So, say what you want about Syracuse, they're still a good team. Louisiana lost only 1 game last season, so they know what it takes to win. And Florida is Florida. They got talent. So can we do it? Yes. Just some of the play calling I liked. The running game. I think we can say conclusively now that this is a running football team. Mike Norvell wants to establish the run, and then he wants to go play action off of that. And that's what he did tonight. So, and that's not a bad formula. The defense played tremendous. That quarterback number 11, Brown, he's got a very bright future, man. He's a specimen out there. He's a tremendous athlete. I don't even see how he got out of Georgia, the state of Georgia. How did the Bulldogs let him get out of the state of Georgia? But, I didn't expect total domination like that. I really thought this would be like a 31-17 type game where it was, close, and then Florida State pulls away late. But, just give them credit, give this coaching staff credit. They came out and dominated this Miami team. So it is what it is. I think when Syracuse is a different type animal. We can dominate them. We can beat them. But this, Syracuse is not going to lay down like Miami did. I think they're going to play a very spirited game. They lost today. I think they're on a 3-game skid. And Clemson, Notre Dame, and I forgot who they played today. Pitt. They played Pitt, I think. They lost to Pitt. So, this is going to be, they're in desperation mode. And, Florida State is riding high right now. 2-game winning streak, 6-3. You got to come in. You going on a long trip up to Syracuse. You got to come in locked in, focused. And just be ready to dominate once again. I think, playing this kid, Jakari Brown tonight, prepares you for the type of quarterback that Syracuse has. I mean, they're virtually, in terms of athleticism, 6'4", big quarterbacks, can run. Playing him tonight kind of prepares you for the quarterback from Syracuse. I forget his name. It's crazy. He's from my hometown, and I don't even know his name. I'm bad with names, even with Florida State. DJ Lundy, he's got some fullback skills, bro. I think he could be a legit fullback in the league. I think he's going to get us. If he makes it, I'm not going to say he can't play linebacker. He's a thumper at linebacker and run support. But, man, he's got some skills. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it to the NFL if he plays fullback. But I just kudos to Florida State, man. Tremendous effort for this team. This helps us with recruiting. I think if we can get the sweep in terms of the state, this would put us right back in the thick of things in terms with a lot of recruits. So, right now it's a 3-game season, and the season goes by so fast, man. God. I mean, it's just like yesterday it was August. And we were playing Duquesne. Now it's like the season is almost over. This thing goes by so fast. When I was a kid, man, it did not go by this fast. So I'm really anxious to see, how we finish the season. And I forgot about bowl eligibility. We are bowl eligible. We haven't been bowl eligible since, man, the whatever bowl that is out in, I forget, is it the Independence Bowl? I forget what it was. Where we played Southern Miss. That was the last time. No. Hold up. We played in the Sun Bowl against Arizona State. I'm sorry. So that was like 3 years ago. January 2020. 2 years ago? I don't know, but hopefully we can get out. Hopefully we can win out and get to a New Year's 6 game. If we can go 9-3. Listen, man, I know it's 3 games left. I'm not going to concede anything. I'm not going to, put any game in the win column. But, where was this type of effort against Wake, Clemson, and we should have won the NC State game, but just Wake and Clemson, man. Where was this type of effort? So I just listen, man. It's just, for me, it's just staying locked in. I think we're gonna have like a mass exodus to the NFL. I hope not. I hope we can keep this whole group together and try to make a run, like a serious run next season. I think if we can keep this whole group together for one more run, I think, man, I think it's there for the taking next season. I really do. We go and get maybe maybe one or two guys on the offensive and defensive line that can dominate. It can be there for the taking. And some good cover corners, it's there for the taking, man. 3-game season. Tremendous win by Florida State over a rival. I love it. Thank you for listening. Podcast available on YouTube and all podcast platforms. As always, go Noles.